I request again. Okay, now okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Okay. Now we do Namo Tassa first. Okay. Okay, everybody. Namo Tassa Bhagavatu Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavatu Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavatu Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Okay, so everybody turn off your video. You all can turn on your microphone, so we can have a more feeling that everybody is like talking to each other. Okay, you can unmute your phone. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Okay. Now we start with the. This. I think you all received my text already. So this is summary. Later I will look at the summary. So we go to read the. Where's my? I have to share my screen. Yeah. Okay, I'll share my screen now. Okay. 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 Yeah. All right. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Where is this one? Okay. All right. So this is the, now we are on the third of the Anguttara Ekaka, chapter number 1. All right. So, okay, we will read together number 3. All right. Akammaniyavagga. Okay, 21. All right. Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam abhavitam Akammaniya yadayidam bhikkhave Chittam bhikkhave abhavitam Akamaniyam hoti patamam. Okay, so we read the English translation. Because I do not see even one other thing that when undeveloped is so unready as the mind. And undeveloped mind is unready. Okay, number 22. Read together. Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam pavitam kamaniyam hoti yadayidam bhikkhave chittam bhikkhave pavitam kamaniyam hoti tutiyam. Okay, because I do not see even one other thing that when developed is so ready as the mind. A developed mind is ready. Okay, 23, we read together. Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam abhavitam mahato anataya samvatati yaidaidam bhikkhave chittam bhikkhave abhavitam mahato anataya samvatati tatiyam. Okay. Because I do not see even one other thing that when undeveloped leads to such great harm as the mind, and undeveloped mind leads to great harm. Okay, 24. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam bhavitam mahato ataya samvatati yadayidam bhikkhave Chittam bhikkhave bhavitam mahato ataya samvatati tatuttam. Okay, because I do not see even one other thing that when developed leads to such great good as the mind, And a developed mind leads to great good. 25. Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamampi samanupassami yam evam bhavitam apatu bhautam mahato anataya samvadati yata idam bhikkhave chittam Chitta bhikkhave abhavitam apatu bhautam mahato anataya samvaditi pachamam. Bhikkhu, I do not see even one other things that when undeveloped and unmanifested leads to such great harms as the mind. The mind, when undeveloped and unmanifested, leads to great harm. Okay, so now we will continue. I want one person read the 26. 26. Jake.
Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamapi samanupassami yam evam bhavitam patu puttam mahato ataya savatati yata idam bhikkhave chittam chittam bhikkhave bhavitam patu
Patu butam mahato
ataya
savatati
chittam
chattam. Okay, 27. Next one. Next person, 27.
Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamampi samanupassami yam evam abhavitam abahulikatam mahato anataya samvatati yataidam bhikkhave chittam. Chittam bhikkhave abhavitam abahulikatam mahato anataya samvatati ti sattamam.
Okay, next person, 28. Next person.
Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamampi samanupassami yam evam bhavitang bahulikatang mahato ataya samvatati yataidam bhikkhave chittam bhikkhave bhavitang bahulikatang mahato ataya samvatati ti atamam.
Okay, 29. 29. 29. Yes, next person. Any brother? Brother Ong?
I'll let the others read first.
Okay, anybody want to read 29?
Okay, I try. I go again.
Okay, yes.
Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamampi samanupassami yam evam abhavitam abahulikatam dukkha dvivaham hoti yataidam bhikkhave chittam. Chittam bhikkhave abhavitam abahulikatam dukkha dvivaham hoti ti navamam.
Navama, okay. 30. Okay, next person. Next person. Okay. Yes.
Nahang bhikkhave anyam ekadamampi. Sorry, samanupasamiyam evam bhakvitam bahulikatam sukadivaham hoti yataidam bhikkhave chittam. Chittam bhikkhave bhavitam bahulikatam sukha divaham hoti ti dasamam.
Okay, so you all read this one, you find it's not difficult to read the Pali, right? It's like reading a Malay words. Okay, now we will go words by words. I think all the sentences are very similar, so it's not so difficult. So today we have time to go words by word. Okay, naham, from two words, na aham. Okay, remember I told you already, na plus aham become naham. Naham means not is a not. Aham is I. Bhikkhave. Bhikkhave is a bhikkhus. Here means monks here. But it also, like last time I told you, even the Buddha gives a talk to a monks. Also, there are lay people there, so it can translate as a to everybody who listen to Dhamma talk, right? Okay. Anyam is a other. Okay. Eka is one. You can see the translation when I say the Pali word. There are translation down there. Anyam is other. Eka is one. Dhammam he translates thing here. Okay. Pi is a even. Pi is just a emphasizing words. He translates as even. So it means that there are no other things except this one. So pi. All right. Samanupasami. Here simple is me is a I. Okay. First person singular. So I see. Samanupasami is I see. But because you have the not here, remember I told you last time, because you have the not here, so means that I do not see. All right. I see, but not means I do not see. All right. So it's peculiar, one of the peculiar grammar book, Pali way, the not is so far from the verb here. Right. So yam evam, if direct translation, he put the word that, T-H-A-T, that, right? When, evam is when, or evam means in such way, or in this way, or here it translate when, all right? Bhavitam, okay, bhavita is a develop, so right, so, okay, bhavita is develop. Is a un, okay? So here, Pali words na plus bhavita, okay? So when you combine together, you drop the A, it becomes abhavita, means undeveloped. Okay, undeveloped. So what is undeveloped? And another one, Akammaniyam. Kammaniyam is a worthy, right? The mind is a, in a way you can call it a kind of like flexible, right? So Akammaniya is a, this one, unwieldy. From the word Kammaniya and plus na, like just now, na plus na, na plus Kammaniya become Akammaniya. Haughty is a, haughty you can just put as a is here, all right? Yadaidam, okay? Is he put is so unwieldy, Yadaidam, just like this, okay? Oh, sorry, Yadaidam is s here. Yadaidam, yada is s. Ida here is a this mind, but he didn't translate the this mind, he's trying at the mind, okay? The idam chitam is the mind, or this mind, all right? Idam chitam is this mind. So this is the one sentence complete, then the Buddha repeat again, chitam abhavitam. So here is, he explained the way, chitta, the noun he explained first, the adjective he put at the back, so abhavitam, so it's undeveloped, right? So you can say here, the undeveloped mind is unwieldy. So unwieldy is a Akammaniyam. Is haughty. I think everybody know how haughty. Singular, third person, verb is simple word haughty. All right. Then patamam. Okay. I think the English here is very simple. So any question up to now about the any Pali, peculiar Pali sentence one by one, or word by one by, any question? Because I think this is a very simple sentence here. Any question? Anybody got a question? Okay. So here abhavita is a, sorry, this clipper. All right. Abhavita is actually is a past participle here. So you can see for those who learn Pali, tak suffix, you know, it's a tak suffix, even though it past participle, it can always use as an adjective here. So you can say undeveloped mind, all right? So the verb is a, this is abhavita from the bhaveti. Bhaveti is a verb here. So it becomes past participle, bhavita, all right? Okay, any question? If not, I'll continue the next one. All right.
Saji,
Yes.
can the word chitam use as a thought instead of just mind alone?
No, thought has different meaning in Pali. Chitam, if you normally translate as a mind, sometimes we translate as a consciousness, you know, because thought can be because thought is considered like more thinking, but here is not really thinking. Here is just talking about pure, in a pure sense, about the mind or the consciousness. So if somebody translates as thought, I think the meaning is very far. Right? Because you cannot say the thought is undeveloped, the thought is unwieldy. Here is talking about the mind. This mind is if the mind is undeveloped, it is still just like the mind. But if the mind is developed, this means it's more wholesome mind. Okay. Now on the last time I asked you over the WhatsApp, what do you think this develop is? Anybody want to guess? What's the meaning of develop? What's the meaning is unready? This is a very peculiar, I think, people don't see in a regular English word. Even like this is considered not really English words. So what do you think is Bhavita? What do you think is Akammaniya? Anybody want to guess? Because I sent you this text about 5 days ahead, so I want you to read. So if any of you read, so can you understand what is this develop? In what sense is developed?
Untrained.
Huh?
Untrained mind. Untrained.
Untrained mind. Okay. All right. Good. Any other answer about this undeveloped?
The mind with ignorance.
Okay. So it's
Not
you're talking about
concentrated.
not concentrated. All right. Okay. So any other answer? Okay. All right. So we look at the one word here. So when we're talking about meditation, do you know what is the exact Pali words for meditation? Do you know what is the meditation? What is the word for meditation? Is that
Bhavana.
Yes, bhavana. Okay. Okay, bhavana. Right. Bhavana, you can see is a meditation here. So just now we have the word bhavita. It's also linking with this word, bhavana. The verb is bhaveti. All right. So this is a very interesting word in Pali. So you all should know bhaveti. All right, bhaveti. Just now we have the bhavita. All right. Just now tata is a past participle, but it's linking with this bhaveti. But the bhaveti is a verb here. So it's talking about meditation. So let's say if the develop or bhaveti or bhavita is to do with meditation. So then what kind of meditation is talking about? Anybody can guess? So instead of we don't use the word undeveloped, we use the word how should we say it? Unmeditated or not meditated?
Uncultivated.
Uncultivated, yeah.
Uncultivated. All right. So if you want to use the word uncultivated, but there will be a problem later, because when you look at the text, there's also another word uncultivated at the back, right? At the end. Yeah, there's also another one uncultivated at the back. So uncultivated cannot be used here because there's another translation here. So okay, undeveloped. All right. So we just leave it the word undeveloped and developed. Okay, now when we say undeveloped, then the next question, all right, since this is to do with meditation, right? We just discussed to do the bhavana. So what kind of meditation is talking here? What kind of meditation?
Samatha.
Samatha. Samatha only? Is it samatha only?
Vipassana.
Vipassana.
Yeah. So samatha and vipassana. Okay, good. Okay, so samatha and vipassana. So then you should write down. So okay, this bhavita is to do with meditation, and is develop, or if we keep the original words here, we keep the English translation. So it's to do with samatha and vipassana. All right. So then that means that you can see the mind is undeveloped. It's not trained in the meditation. So because the mind is not trained in meditation, so that's another way to read the Pali words. Okay, so you can see you can say this is a cause here. All right, because the mind is undeveloped, so the mind become unwieldy. Unwieldy means it's hard and rigid. So this is effect. Okay. So you can see because of A here, it leads to the point B. So in Pali, we have this one, you know. So in Pali, sometimes the arrangement of the words is very important. The first word is actually can be a cause here, and second word can be effect. There's one way we can read it. Or another way you can see, that maybe the first word is explained by the second word. There's also another way, because sometimes this word is not clear. So the second word explain the first word. So there's another way we can look at it. Okay, can you all follow?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So now, if we are talking about this one is to do with the samatha and vipassana meditation, all right? So because of samatha and meditation, nobody practice samatha or vipassana, so the mind is unwieldy. So what's the meaning of this one? So for this one, it's better if you look at the Pali, and if you are not sure about the Pali, always check your dictionary, you know, that's the best way. So instead of just rely on the text or the more you read, you might get more confused. So you look at the Akammaniya. Okay, you can check. So fit to work, ready, and will how you pronounce this word? Wealthy. Okay, what's the meaning of fit to work, ready to work? So you can use it. The mind is flexible, you know, or in a word is ready to contemplate the object. All right. So or is already on a meditation. So you can say like this. Because if the bhavita is the cause, then the other is the effect. All right. Okay. So there's one point here. So I show you my summary, because when I look at these suttas, I also try to find out why this sutta is when you read this sutta is like repeating many times, right? Do you find it is repeating in one way and then it change a little bit another way, then it repeat another way? So let's say abhavita undeveloped is a factor 1, and then the Akammaniya is a factor 2, and then the result, or you can say because of factor 1 and factor 2, and the result is it leads to great harm. Okay, so you can come to the cause and effect, because in Buddhism, in Dharma, everything there must be a cause and effect. Even the simple sentence, there must be a cause. So the cause is undeveloped, unworthy, and lead to the great harm. Okay, or you can say because of undeveloped, it leads to factor number 2. Because of factor number 2, it leads to result. Can you follow me?
Yes.
Okay, so either you can say like just I mentioned to you. So either factor 1 plus factor 2, it leads to factor 3. Okay, the result. All right. There's one way to explain. Another way to explain is because of factor 1, it leads to factor 2. Because of factor 2, it leads to factor the result. Okay. So there's another way we can look at it. Okay. So if you can follow, I'll go back to the charts. Okay. So okay, I think this is clear. So now the Buddha explained in another way. So it's opposite way. So you can see the one I highlight, instead of the abhavita, he changed to bhavita. All right. So instead of Akammaniya, he changed to Akammaniya. So okay, I'll read. Okay, number 2, then 2. Okay. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamampi samanupasami yang eva bhavitam kamaniyam hoti yada itam bhikkhave chittam bhikkhave bhavitam kamaniya hoti. So you can see the conclusion here. All right, because I do not see even one other thing that when developed is so wealthy as the mind. A developed mind is so wealthy. So this means that when the mind is developed or trained or practiced by meditation, samatha, vipassana, the mind is very flexible, very willing to look at the object, or very willing to contemplate the mind and matter or anything like this. All right, I think it's not difficult. Okay, now we go for sentence number 23. So what's the difference between number 21 and 23? So when you look at it, 21 is talking about abhavita akammaniya. Sentence 23 is only abhavitam. You notice that only one, okay? So sentence 23, it actually mentioned about mahato atanaya samvadati, all right? So on the 21, it never mentioned about the mahato atanaya samvadati. 21 is only talking about Abhavita, Akammaniya. Okay, 22 is only talking about this about Abhavita, Akammaniya. But the 23, it beside the Abhavita, you only talking about Abhivita, and then it mentioned it leads to Mahato Atantaya Samvatati. So there's the difference here. Okay. So I think the English is also easy. So I think the Pali is also easy here. So most of the words are similar. Okay, Mahato, Maha is a great here. All right. Anataya is a great harm. All right. Samvatadi, it leads. Okay, 23. All right. Mahato, Anataya, Samvatadi, it leads. Yadaida bikawe chitam. Chitam bikawe abhavitam mahato anataya samvatati. All right. I think this is easy to understand. All right. So we look at my summary again. So just now on the line 21, it mentioned about okay. So line 21, it mentioned about Abhavita and Akammaniya. All right. So line 23, it mentioned about Abhavitam and then Mahato. This one. I think you don't have the 23. Yeah. Okay. So let me check. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if you can do a table like this, I think it's easy for you to understand the paragraph, right? So it's just something about the sentence there. Okay. So 23, I think is not difficult. And then 24 is a opposite of 23. All right. So we read together 24. Naham bikawe anya ekadamaki samanapasami yam evam bhavitam mahato ataya savatati yadaitam bikawe chitam bikawe bhavitam mahato ataya savatati. Okay. So between 23 and 24, what's the difference? 23 and 24?
Opposite.
Okay, opposite. Or which line is which word is opposite?
Develop.
Yeah. How about Bali? Abhavitam and Bhavitam. Another one? Another one is?
Anataya, Ataya.
All right, okay. Ataya is actually Ataya, this word is a very, in Pali, it has thousands of meaning, you know. So Ataya here translated as good. So when you put the when you put the nut here, nut plus Ataya becomes Anataya, all right? So this is one way is you plus Atta, okay? Then plus the yat suffix. Yat suffix is a dative case. It's a dative here, okay? Anyway, na atta. So this is another way you write, okay? Anataya, okay? Anataya. Nataya become anataya, this one, okay? So sometimes in Pali you can drop the n, all right? Sometimes you don't drop the n, you put the na plus atta. It becomes anat, okay? Anataya. Then plus the ya suffix. All right. So atta is good. So na is a not good. So any not good, so he translates as to the harm, okay, to the great harm. So okay, maha is a big. There are many meanings. So if you read the suttas, I think you heard some of the venerable called maha, like last time mahanama. All these are one of the Pali words, easy one. So big or great, all right? So big or great harm. Okay, so I think this is not difficult. All right, so let me create. Okay, so 23 and 24 are easy. All right. So now,
yes, the Maha is great. Then the TO is stand for what?
oh wait, let me find my Pali. This is also another Pali grammar. Okay. All these are is another kind of declension. It's not the normal, not the normal T, not another puriso, purisa. It's not that. It's another, we call it the.
Saiji, this Mahato, can it be the ablative one? Ablative.
No. It's not that one. So where? Let me
one.
look at the. You know the consonantal. That is 24. Lesson 22, 23, 24. Okay. So you have to go to the lesson 22, 23, 24. So Pali Made Easy book. So if you have a Pali Made Easy, look your for at the page 69, I think. This one is on the advanced like Puriso Purisa, but it's another one. So Puriso Mahato. Danato Mahato. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So try to look for this one, you look at the page 60. Right? So yeah, page 60. So if you have page 60, I hope you can see page 60, you know. Look at the 61. You have the gachato. All right, page 60 gachato. So if you can look at the gachato here, hopefully you can see my page, right? So yeah, 60, all right. Okay. All right. Look at your parliament gachato. So there are grammar on the gacham, gacha, gachato. So all these are, we call it the spatial kind of inclination. So here you also can find the gachato is like mahato. Okay. Yeah. Later we'll cover this first. Okay. So I think we just skip on this one because this one is for you to you have to go to more because we only up to this, we only finished the chapter 3. Parliament easy. Okay, so for those who are interested, just look for this chapter 22, 23, 24. All right, then you'll find the Mahato. Mahato sounds like gachato, all this. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so we look for the 25. Okay, now, so 24 and if you find the 23 and 20. All right, yeah, Bawita, okay, Pahato, okay. Okay, next one, 23. Now where are we? 24 finished already, right? So, okay, we look at 25. Can you see the screen? Can I?
Yes.
Naham bikawe anya ekadamam pi samanupasami yang ewam abawitam apato butam mahato anataya samvatati yada ikram bikawe citam bikawe abawitam apato butam mahato anataya samvatati ti pachamam. All right, any new words here? Any new words that you can see?
Apatu butam.
Okay, what is apatu butam?
Unmanifested.
Okay, so if patu butam is
Manifested.
okay, so with the become unmanifested. Okay, so it's a good question here. You look at the Pali and you look at the English. What do you think is this word unmanifested? What do you think? So any thinking, any thoughts about this?
Unclear. Clear mind.
Unclear mind. Okay.
When,
All right.
when
Okay.
the word manifested, it always remind me of defilement, how they manifest.
Okay. All right. So you're talking about defilements. Okay. Yes. Any other feedback?
Uncontrolled. Can we say uncontrolled?
Uncontrolled. In what sense uncontrolled?
Not cultivated. Actually, the cultivation is another word, right? Yeah.
Okay. Cultivation is another word. All right. Okay. So when you read this word, I was still thinking when I was reading this word, undeveloped, just now I find from the text is talking about the samatha vipassana, correct? So And great good, this one we understand. So Akammaniya is talking about the mind is ready to work. So power. So this why I say always look for the dictionary. That's the best way. So we look at that then. Patu, pu. This dictionary is very flexible, so I can type without the long A or short A. Okay, so it's talking manifested, appeared. 听下去都 is appear. No, it means that it's obvious. All right, in a sense, it's talking obvious. Okay, because sometimes the mental defilement is not, like just now Jade said, sometimes the mental defilement is not obvious to yourself, or even the like meta or whatever goodness are not obvious, it not appear yet. All right, so now we look at it. All right, so because I do not see even one other thing that when undeveloped by samatha and vipassana, and unmanifested, okay, so means that the developments are not manifested yet, leads to great harm as the mind. So the mind when undeveloped and unmanifested, but in this sense, undeveloped is not trained by samatha and vipassana. Not manifested means maybe we talk about the qualities is not good, qualities are not manifested. When the good qualities are not manifested or wisdom are not manifested, it leads to great harm. All right. So this one question we can ask ourselves. We look at 26 first, because 26 are also same, but it's opposite way. Okay, so we read together 26. Naham bhikkhave. Read together. Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamapi samanupasami. Yam evam bhavitam patu bhutam mahato athaya samvadati. Yada idam bhikkhave citam bhikkhave bhavitam patu bhutam mahato athaya samvadati chatam. Okay, samvadati chatam. Okay, I do not see. Okay, read it together. Because I do not see even one other thing that when developed and manifested leads to such great good as the mind. The mind when developed and manifested leads to great good. Okay, right, so manifested. So if you are talking about obvious, no, it's not developed by the, when this is developed by samatha vipassana and the qualities is manifested or the obvious. So what kind of quality we can think about that leads to great good harm? What kind of qualities lead to good harm? Maybe like 10 paramis or wisdom, perfections, metta, then it leads to good harm. Sorry, it leads to great good as the mind. All right. Okay.
So, but lagi, I think manifest you can use it as visible, becomes visible.
Yes. Yeah,
Very
because
obvious,
according
because
visible,
you can see the qualities of mind, whether good or bad, whether
right. Yeah. Patu bhutam. So yes, we can translate another way. So manifested, yes. Okay. Also you say visible, yes. Yeah. So in Pali, sometimes there are various type of English way or synonym you can use according to the circumstances. Because when you look at it, unmanifested is not clear what is manifested. So if you can see visible, then what you do? So sometimes when we do the Pali translation, also, for example, we can see, let's say, let me show you the one way. All right. For example, we can use the, for example, one unmanifested. So we can put a slash here and then you can call visible. Okay. And then sometimes when we translate, you can put a bracket, you can, such as what? Such as we call it wisdom. Okay, then is the translation clearer. All right, because I do not see even one other thing that when developed and manifested or visible, such as wisdom, leads to great good as the mind. Okay, can you follow me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shirley, when you use the word manifested, that means it's manifested as speech and action.
Yeah, but when you're talking about the mind, here we only mention about the
mind.
Mind, so it's talking about my mental qualities only.
Also, it manifests in the mind only, it's not into the speech and action yet, this one.
No. Here it's talking about mind, but of course it manifests in the mind. But how do other people see you? Other people see you when you manifest it in your body and speech. But for yourself, is when you notice in your mind. Yeah. Okay. So it manifested to yourself in your mind, because here we are only talking about Chittam here. All right. Okay.
I think you mentioned Chitta Nupasana, they're easier to remember. Right?
Yes. Okay. So right. So just now I am doing a chart here. I just show you the charts I do. So you all can do your own charts. So just now on the point number 25, okay? 25 unmanifested. So if you can follow me, I should. Okay. So Bhavitam, Apavavitam, and Mahato Ataya Samatati leads to great harm. So you can do a chart like this. So you can follow the better, because it's talking about different type of sentence here. Or you can read it. So Bhavitam is manifested leads to great good. All right. So you can do a chart like this also. Okay. That's how we do the study ourselves. So yeah. All right. Okay. So let me go back to the okay. I think this. Okay. Next. Oh, sorry. Where's my text? Okay. So, okay. So we continue the Pali. I think these sentences are very easy. You know, there's a lot of repetition. Yeah. So next one. Okay. Next one. Okay. 27. Okay. We read together. Naham bhikkhave ayam ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam abhavitam abahulikatam mahato anathaya savatati yadayitam bhikkhave chittam bhikkhave abhavitam abahulikatam mahato anathaya savatati satamam. Okay, we read English. Because I do not see even one other thing that when undeveloped and uncultivated leads to such great harm as the mind. The mind, when undeveloped and uncultivated, leads to great harm. Okay, now any new Pali words here?
Abahulikata.
Okay, abahulikata, how it translated?
Uncultivated.
Okay, uncultivated. All right. So this is also an interesting Pali word. This word you find it in this word bahu. In the Mangala Sutta, you read this word vihu, right? Mahu. Bahu. In Mangala Sutta, you come across this bahu what?
Yes.
Bahu sasancha. Yeah. Okay. So bahu sana. Bahu is talking about the word bahu itself. Yeah. Okay. Pali or bahu. Okay. So Bahu means much, many, present, unpleasant, abundant, plenty, very great. So it's talking about many, right? So likata. Likata is talking about okay. Likata is when you practice frequently, all right? So that's why it translated as cultivated, all right? But actually the real meaning is practice frequently. So something that you do it again and again and again. So bahu is many times, all right? So it translates as cultivated. Sometimes we translate as sometimes I think there's one English word you see in some of the ancient Pali texts, English translation. They use the word make much, you know, they make much, right? Okay, so now we understand about the word abahulikata and then the cultivated. So if I don't want you to use this word uncultivated, what is the other word that I can use? You know, because just now we are talking about who is many. Okay, likata is talking about like practice. So you can use or he practice much or practice many times. So when the mind is developed and practice many times. So we look at the positive side, right? So 28 is positive side. Okay, so we read together. Naham bhikkhave ayam ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam bhavitam bahulikatam mahato athaya samvatati yada idam bhikkhave chittam. Chitam bhikkhave bhavitam
Bhavita Bahulikatam
mahato ataya
Aya
samvatati. All right.
Samvatati.
Okay. Now, so I think conclusion is very interesting. Bhavita Baulikata. All right. So the mind is developed and cultivated. Right. Okay. Now, develop is developed by samatha and vipassana, and cultivated means practice much or practice again and again. So when the mind is practice again and again, it leads to great good. All right. So you use the word cultivated. So cultivated means that the things must be there. The things must be there in the first place, then you cultivate it. So the mind must be developed first, and then you cultivate, you practice again and again. Okay. So I think this is not difficult. So 29. 29 and 30. This is also quite similar. So we read 29 and 30 together. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamanti samanupasani yam evam abhavitam abahulikatam dukkadi waham hoti yadayitam bhikkhave Chitam bhikkhave abhavitam abahulikatam dukkadi waham hoti nawamam. Okay. Because I do not see
Even
one other thing that when developed and cultivated brings such suffering, such as the mind. The mind, when undeveloped and uncultivated, brings suffering. Okay, we read 30 also. Naham bhikkhave anyam ekadamanti samanupasami yam evam bhavitam bahulikatam sukhadi waham hoti yadayitam bhikkhave chitam bhikkhave bhavitam bahulikatam sukhadi waham hoti dasamam. Because I do not see even one other thing that when developed and cultivated brings such happiness as the mind. The mind, when developed and cultivated, brings happiness. Okay, I think everybody agree with the translation and the meaning, right? So when the mind is developed and cultivated, it brings happiness. And then when the mind is undeveloped by samatha and vipassana and not practice much, not cultivated much, it brings suffering. So here is only talking about the mind because the subject is chitam. All right. So we look at the simple sentence here. Okay. So we look at here. Okay. So if we look at the sentence number, just go for highlight this one. So we look at the simple sentence here. What is the subject of this sentence? Any subject here? Chitam. Okay. Chitam, the mind. All right. So bhavita bahulikatam, even though it translates as when here, but this is talking about adjective for the mind. So what kind of mind? The mind is developed. The mind is practice much or cultivated. All right. So sukha diwaham hoti. So you use the hoti, but adi waham hoti is a bring. Sukha, everybody knows. Sukha is happiness or good feeling or anything good. Sukha. Okay, I think this sentence also very easy for people, right? So on the 29 is talking about undeveloped, uncultivated mind brings the suffering. So dukkha diwaham hoti. All right. So I think this is not so difficult. So you all can do the charts like this, you know. So I was doing this, I was studying this, so I was looking at charts myself. All right. So I noticed that it's for this whole text. So most of the time, there's always mahato anataya samvatati, all right? And then but only come to abhavali katam, it has two things, okay? It leads to great harm and then it brings suffering. So only come to 27, 29, it has two kind of conclusion here or result, okay? And then also on the other side, the good one. So only come to Bahulikatam, it has the Mahato Ataya, Samadati leads to great good, and Sukha Diwaham Hoti brings happiness. So it's also a table for this whole text. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah. So I made a conclusion here. So you can say that factor A.
Sorry, G, the Sukha Diwaham, what does it mean, Diwaham?
Sukha Diwaham. Okay. Sukha Adi Waham is a combined word, Sandhi. So you have to Adi. Do a search. Adi Wahati. Okay. Okay, Adi Wahati. The word is Adi Wahati. It brings. Okay. You cannot see the Burmese. Adi Wahana. Okay, it brings. So if from the two words Adi Waham, Adi Wahati. Okay, carries or brings, so it brings happiness. So Sukha plus this word Adi Waha. Okay.
Thank
Can you
you.
follow me?
Thank you.
Okay. So same as the suffering, yeah. Suffering is Sukha. Okay, so you can see the factor here. So I can explain in this way. So the factor here is undeveloped mind. Undeveloped mind, it has lead to factor number 2, Akammaniya, Apatu, Bhutam, Abahulikam. And then it had the result. Okay, there are two kind of result. One is great harms, another one dukkha, adi waham. So bring to suffering. Okay, so there's factor 1, or I translate factor 2, and then factor 1 plus factor 2 leads to factor 3. That's a result. That's why one way I can translate, or I can interpret, or you can say factor 1 equals the factor 2, and factor 2 equals the factor 3, or result. There's also another way we can look at this text. Yeah. Okay. Any questions so far on these charts? It seems like the text, but I made a kind of like summary here. Any question about this? Any question? Or any question you want to ask on Bali? So you cannot, okay, I made a conclusion, not factor 1 leads to factor 2, factor 1 and factor 3 leads to result. All right, so Bhavita developed by Samatha and Vipassana, Akammaniya is straightforward, Bhavita manifested or appear here. So Bahulikata cultivate repeated practice. So you can just another 4. So appear or visible. So sometimes when you read the text, so if we just go for Pali, sometimes it's also not clear. So we have to think in terms of Dhamma, so in terms of meditation practice, because Chittam is to do in mind. So if you want to practice the mind, how do you train the mind? So you train the mind by Samatha Vipassana develop, then the mind is ready to work. So, and the good quality appears. But when the good quality appears, become manifested, you need to repeatedly train the mind. So we cultivate the mind. So the mind become more goodness, more calm in the mind, or the mind can reach perfection, right? So yeah, that's how I do my own study about this text.
Saiji, can you go back to 21?
Okay, 21. Okay, yes.
And this one on the bracket, yatha, your okay,
Yeah.
Chitta SI, the CP, what is that now? And the Ewamu
P,
Pari.
yeah. C should be Sri Lanka. I think Sri Lanka. P is a Pitaka. C should be Sri Lanka. P should be Pitaka. What is just trying to tell you is the other version. All right? Other version. We call it the variance. For example, in the accepted variance or accepted the Sakayatana during the 6th Buddhist Council, the texts are recorded as a Yada Idam with the word Bhikkhave Chittam. Right? This is the recorded one. But in some of the other variants in other texts, there's Yada Idam Chittam without the words Bhikkhu, Bhikkhave. All right. So the one black cat, the black cat is talking about other variants. C should be from Sri Lanka. All right. P should be Pitaka.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So, any other questions? Okay. So, if not, we will read together. From the why I want you to read together, because I want you to be familiar with the Pali and not to be scared, not so scared of the Pali, you know. Because now you read the Pali many times, you don't find it's very scary, right? You find it's very easy to understand, right or not?
Yes, yes.
With the English translation, of course. If without the English translation, I think you all will got headache. But with the English translation, it's very easy, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So we will read 21. Okay, we will try to read together. So everybody read, no? Don't just listen to me. All right. So 21. So if you like, you put your hand together and then in respect worship the Buddha's word. All right. 21. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam abhavitam akamaniyam hoti yadaitam bhikkhave chitam chitam bhikkhave abhavitam akamaniyam hoti ti patamam. Okay, number 22. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam bhavitam akamaniyam hoti yadaidam bhikkhave chitam chitam bhikkhave bhavitam kamaniyam hoti ti tutiyam. Okay, 23. Naham bhikkhave ayam ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam abhavitam mahato anataya savatati yadaidam bhikkhave chitam chitam bhikkhave abhavitam mahato anataya savatati tatiyam. Okay, 24. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam bhavitam mahato anataya savatati yadaidam bhikkhave chitam chitam bhikkhave bhavitam mahato anataya savatati ti chatutam. 25. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamampi samanupasami ya evam abhavitam apatuputam mahato anataya savatati yadaidam bhikkhave chitam chitam bhikkhave abhavitam apatuputam mahato anataya savatati ti pachamam. Okay, 26. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam bhavitam patuputam mahato anataya savatati yadaidam bhikkhave chitam chitam bhikkhave bhavitam patuputam mahato ataya savatati patam. Okay, 27. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamampi samanupasami yam evam abhavitam bahulikatam mahato anataya savatati yadaidam bhikkhave chitam chitam bhikkhave abhavitam bahulikatam mahato anataya savatati satamam. 28. Naham bhikkhave anya ekadamampi samanupasami yang evam bhavitam bahulikatam mahato anataya savatati yadaidam bhikkhave chitam chitam bhikkhave bhavitam bahulikatam mahato ataya savatati ti athamam. Okay, 28. Naham bhikkhave ekadamampi samanupasami yang evam abhavitam abhavilikatam dukha viham hoti yadaidam bhikkhave chitam chitam bhikkhave abhavitam abhahulikatam dukha viham hoti tawamam. 30. Naham bikawe ayang ikadamati samanupasami yang ewam bawitam bahulikatang sukhadiwaham hoti yata ita bikawe citam bikawe bawitam bahulikatang sukhadiwaham hoti dasamam. Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Here beside the text, you also get to know 1, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, right? Okay, what is 10 in Pali?
Dasamam.
What is 8 in Pali?
Asa.
Atamam.
8.
Atamam.
Atamam.
Atama. Okay, what is 7?
Ata.
Atamam.
Okay.
Satamam.
What is 5?
Panchamam.
What is 4?
Chatutam.
Panca.
Okay. What is 2?
Cha.
Dutiyam.
Tutiyam. Okay. All right. Okay. So you get to know this. So we have some time. So we go to
Dui.
Palimezi. Go to Palimezi book. All right. So far we only finished the lesson number 4. No. So just now he was somebody I think asked about Mahato. This lesson 22, 24. So we still long way to go. All right. So just now you see Naham. Naham coming from which word? Naham from
Aham.
Aham, right? Na aham. Na aham become Naham. All right. Okay. So let's see. I will give you one sentence in English. You try to make it in Pali. Okay. For the 7th time, we go to the Buddha as refuge. For the 7th time, we go to the Buddha as refuge. How do you make into Pali?
Satamam aham
Tamam.
saranang gacchami.
We.
Gacchama.
We?
Yam.
Gacchama.
Okay, for the 7th time, Satamam, then Mayam.
Mayam.
Okay,
Mayam
Satamam,
saranang.
Mayam,
Saranang gacchama.
Buddham.
Oh, forgot the Buddha.
Okay, for the 7th time, we go to the Buddha as
Mayam.
refuge. Mayam, Buddham, Saranam,
Gacchama.
Gachama. Okay, so you remember your T and T Sitamima. Okay, for the 6 times, you are single person, you go to the Dhamma as refuge. For the 6th time, you go to the Dhamma as refuge. For the 6th time, you singular. For the 6th time, what is 6th time? 6, number 6. Chatam. Okay, Chatam. You is Tuam. Okay, go to Dhamma as refuge.
Budang saranang gacchasi.
No, Dhamma as refuge.
No, Dhamma. Dhammang saranang gacchasi.
Okay. Dhamma Sarana Gacchasi. All right. Okay. So Chatam, 6 or Chatam, Tuam, Dhammam Saranam Gacchasi. Okay. So for the 2nd time, she. Okay. For the 2nd time, she go to the Sangha as refuge. For the 2nd time, she goes to the Sangha as refuge. For the 2nd time is Dutiyam. Okay. She is
Sa.
Okay. Sa. Okay. Sangam Saranam
Gacchati.
Okay, Gachati. Good. You all passed your lesson number 4. So we go.
Oh no.
Now we go future tense.
Oh, interesting. Huh?
All right. So we skip so fast. Now future tense, future tense is very simple. You just have the T and T Sitamima. All right. So I hope you all wake up from sleep. Anybody asks you, you should be able to answer T and T Sitamima. You plus the word Isasi. Okay. Isa. All right. So actually, why they put the bracket I here? Because it means that sometimes it's not I, sometimes it can be Isati, right? This means that I is an optional one. But the future tense is Sa. All right, sa. So remember, future tense is sa. It's same like English word will. Okay, so you still have the ti, anti, si, tha, mi, ma. Okay, so everybody follow me. Isati,
Isapi.
isanti,
Isanti.
Isanti.
isasi,
Isasi.
Isasi.
isata,
Isata.
Isata.
Tata.
isami,
Isami.
Isami.
isama.
Isama.
Okay, isati,
Isati.
Isati.
isanti,
Isanti.
isasi,
Isasi.
isata,
Isata.
isami,
Isami.
Isami.
isama.
Isama.
Okay, so the root is daf and then base is dawa. All right, so you have the just now the so te tuang tume I ham mayang. So we read together. So dawi sati,
So
So
Dawi
Dawi Sati.
Isati.
te dawi santi,
Te
Dawi
Dawi
Santi.
tuam dawi sasi,
Tuam
Dawi
Dawi
Sasi.
Sati.
tume dawi sata,
Tumhe Dawi Sata.
aham dawi sami,
Aham Dawi Sami.
mayang dawi sama.
Mayam Dawi
Dawi
Sama.
Sama.
Okay, so we go for this one. This one easy to pronounce. Okay, so purchase. Okay, so kini sati,
So Kini
Kini
Sati.
Sati.
te kini santi,
Te
Te
Kini
Kini
Sati.
Santi.
tuang kini sasi,
Tuang
Tuang
Kini
Kini
Sati.
Sasi.
tume kini sata,
Tumhe
Kini
Kini
Sata.
Sata.
aham kini sami,
Aham
Aham
Kini
Kini
Sami.
mayang kini sama.
Mayam Kini Sama.
Okay, so it's still with the isa. Isa, you can see with the isa. But here, the next one, because the base is they say, all right? Here, because the base is they say, so you don't pronounce as isa. You don't pronounce as isa. You pronounce as esa. Okay, esati. All right. So there's a difference here. That's why just now you put the optional
I.
here. So I. So here is a. All right. So Pali e you pronounce it a. The sound is a. Okay. So they say sati.
So Desi Sati.
Te desi santi.
Te Dese Santi.
Tuam desi sasi.
Tuang
Tuang
Dese
Desi
Sati.
Sati.
Tume desi sata.
Tume
Desi
Desi
Sata.
Sata.
Aham desi sami.
Aham
Desi
Desi
Sami.
Sami.
Mayang desi sama.
Mayang Desi
Desi
Sama.
Sama.
Okay, next one is easy to pronounce. The base is the root is karo. Karo is a I shall make or I shall do. All right. But even though it's a karo, you shall pronounce with the word isati. All right. So anybody want to try? Just read. Okay. Yeah, Jet read the first sentence.
The
So
Kari Santi. Te
kari sati. Kari sati. Okay.
Kari Sati. Te Kari Santi. Tuam Kari Sansi. Tume
Kari sasi. Kari sasi without the end sound. Kari sasi.
Kari Sasi. Tume Kari Santa.
Kari sata. Kari sata.
Kari
Okay.
Sata. Aham Kari Sami. Mayang
Okay.
Kari Sama.
Okay, you finish your lesson. Fine already. Okay, next person. So this is a kill, you know. Next person. Anybody want to try?
Okay, I try. So Hani Sati. Te Hani Santi. Tuam Hani Sasi. Tume Hani Sata. Aham Hani Sami. Mayam Hani Sama.
Okay. Hani sasi. Remember this Hani sasi with the end sound. Hani sasi, Hani sata. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
Hani Sata.
All right. Here is talking about this is one of the Pali words you see. So it's also important for you to make a note because it's very common. Like just now you see the word hoti, right? Hoti coming from this word bhavati, no? So B-H-A-V-A-T-I. So you drop the H, you drop the B sound, and then A and V, A-V-A, it become O. So you got hoti here. So just some grammar point for you. But hoti and bhavati is a very common in Pali. So you all should make a mental note here. So you have the future tense is bhavisati. So okay. So anybody just want to recite this bhavisati in a we call it the conjugation, no? Anybody? Bhavisati and so on. Try reading. Anybody? Bhavisati, bhavisanti, like this just now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Meaning so bhavisati, te bhavisa santi.
Okay.
Tuam bhavisasi, tume bhavisata. Aham bhavisami, mayam bhavisama.
Okay, good. All right. Okay. So next one is you can see some of the so we go for this number 3. Number 3 is te aga chi santi. All right. So anybody want to recite in a manner just now for this sentence? Okay. So recite. All right. Start with the so. Okay. So anyone want to try? So.
Okay, I try again.
Okay.
So agachi, sorry. So agachi sati, te agachi santi.
Okay.
Tuam agachi sasi,
Okay.
tume agachi sata.
Okay.
Aham agachi sami, mayam agachi sama.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
You pass your lesson number 5 already. Okay. Next person, try this. Okay, this is a you. This is a you all. Sunisata is a you all were here, right? We were here, right? So, brother, I think brother Kimta is here, right? So, okay. Okay, brother, any brother try? Any brother try this one? Or any person want to try?
My.
Okay, try, yeah. So.
Can I try? Sayagi?
Yeah. Any person, yeah. Any person want to try, yes.
Okay. So, sunisati, te sunisanti. So, sunisasi, tume sunisata. Oh, this one sunisata, yeah. Aham,
wait. Second person, tuam, sunisasi, tuam. Second person.
Sorry, yeah. Tuam,
okay.
Sunisasi, tume sunisata.
Okay.
Aham, sunisami, mayam sunisama.
Okay, good. You passed already. Okay. So there are various exercise here. I mean, if you are hardworking, I hope you do your exercise yourself, you know. Okay. So this is lesson number 5. All right. So next one we are going to, I think this is also not difficult for you. All right. So today, let's say we go for our text. So let's see, we change the present tense. How many present tense can you see here? How many present tense here? Samanupasami. Okay. Another one is hoti. All right. So change the samanupasami to future tense. How do you do it? Change it to future tense. All right. So remember just now we learned the prefix sam plus anu plus pasami, right? Pasami. Okay. So here you put the, just now we say isa. Okay. So you pronounce it, how you pronounce? You pronounce it plasik sami. Can you see? So you pronounce it plasik
Sami.
sami. So with the samanu pasi sami, right? Samanu pasi sami. Can you follow me? Can I? So this means that here you put the isami here. Okay, samanu pasami. So then you see I will see. So if then the plural will be samanu pasi sama.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Okay, you see already. Okay.
Yes.
So another one is hoti. Yeah, just on hoti. I told you the hoti is one of the famous word in Pali. So it coming from the word ba, wa.
Bhavati.
What is the future tense for bawati? It's shown in the words in the page just now. Page on the yeah. Yeah. So you put a isa. So okay. So you got bawisati. All right. So bawisati, bawisanti, bawisasi, bawisata, bawisami, bawisama. Okay. Sorry, bawisati. Right. So we recite together because this is very important Pali. So you all need to know about this. Bawisati means that something will happen or is. Sometimes you translate will occur or will be or something like that. Okay. All right. So we read it together. Bawisati.
Bhavati.
Bawisanti.
Bawisanti.
Bawisasi.
Bawisasi.
Bawisata.
Bawisata.
Bawisami.
Bawisami.
Bawisama.
Bawisama.
Okay, we put together with the so. So bawisati.
So bawisati.
Te bawisanti.
Te bawisanti.
Tuam bawisasi.
Tuang bawisanti. Si.
Bawisansasi. Tuam bawisasa. Tuam
Tuang bawisasi.
bawisasi. Okay. Tume bawisata.
Tume
Te
Bhavisata.
bawisata.
Aham bawisami.
Ahang bawisami.
Mayam bawisama.
Mayang bawisama.
Okay. So I think the verb is that's all. Yeah. So I think this sentence is very simple. You only got few words. So you got the samanupasami and hoti. That's all. Yeah. So you also just now you have another word here. But it linked with the sukha. It linked with the word sukha. So this is also another word here. So with the word adi wahati. So adi wahati, it put together become adi waham hoti, right? So adi wahati is a brings. It brings the suffering. All right. Okay. Okay. So we recite this word. Adiwati, adiwanti. So we recite the normal present tense. Adiwahati. Read together. Adiwahati.
Adiwahati.
Okay. Adiwahanti.
Adiwahanti.
Adiwahasi.
Adiwahati.
Adiwahata.
Adiwahata.
Adiwahami.
Adiwahami.
Adiwahama.
Adiwahama.
Okay, so how do you say future tense? So you drop the I, so you put the isa. Okay. So adiwahisati.
Adiwahisati.
Okay, adiwahisati. All right. So adiwahisati. Okay, adiwahisanti. Adiwahisasi. Adiwahisata. Adiwahisami. Adiwahisama. Okay. I think enough for today's lesson. So you, I think all right. So I think you all finished the lesson number 5. Next week we go for the imperative mode, the T and T no, the tu and tu hita mema. That one is very easy because you all learn the avera, hontu, suki, atana, pariharan, to the all the two one. Oh, okay. So any question on this? You know, we'll stop.
Saiji, we pronounce tumhe or tumme.
Yeah, that's a problem. In Burmese they pronounce it because the way the Burmese script they're written, they pronounce it tum me. With the H is kind of like win here, tum me. But I think in Sri Lanka, I don't know how Sri Lanka people pronounce. How does the Sri Lanka people pronounce? You know, you're all more familiar with the Sri Lanka. Tumhe, yeah. Tumhe, right? Yeah, because of the Tipitaka, when we bring from the India, come to Myanmar, so it's written in the Myanmar script. So the pronunciation they are slightly different. Like for example, you all pronounce like Buddham Saranam Gacchami. So do you know how Burmese pronounce it in Burmese way?
Gazami.
They pronounce Buddham Saranam. You all pronounce Buddham Saranam, like they pronounce it Buddham Taranam. S become ta here, so they pronounce Buddham Taranam. Gesami, they pronounce Gesami. So, yeah, there's a different kind of the way they pronounce. So either you pronounce Tumme or Tumhe. Yeah, is according to the tradition or according to the place. All right, but as long as everybody understand you, that's the meaning, you know. Even like English, you say I do not or I don't, you know. As long as people understand you, that's the main thing. All right. Okay. So if no question, we'll stop here. All right. Okay.
Sayagi, can I ask one question?
Sadhu. Yes. Any question?
Yes. Sayali, as Sayagi, you know, when we say Nibbana sa pacaya hotu, can we also say Nibbana sa pacaya homi when you make expiration? Homi, me.
Okay. Yeah. There's a lesson number 6.
Oh,
you have the tu ando hita mima, right? So if you have the Pali words, you look at the lesson number 6.
Oh.
So you see there tu ando hita. Okay, can you see the words here? How it is? Yeah. So you can pronounce me, you know. You have the tu ando hita mima. So homi is for me, right? Okay. So hotu is for the third person. Hontu is the third person plural. All right. So there's no problem. So nibbana sa pacaya homi. So may the nibbana, may it be the support for nibbana for me, yeah, instead of for you all. No, because always like we say sabe sada sukida hontu, always talking about other third person. Like may you be happy. Always we bless other people. So how do you bless yourself? Right. So we also must learn how to bless ourselves. Yeah. Nibbana pacaya homi. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so we stop here. So we do the sharing merits. All right. So I will do a short sharing. Go here lots of work. So also quite tired this few days, running like I don't know, like upstairs and downstairs, here and there. So just a simple sharing. Yeah. Okay. So we go for this aspiration. I think aspiration is very nice. Yeah. Make aspiration. So you can see, do you see the me here? Right? Just now she's talking about me. So
yes.
this aspiration, so you can see translation. Indeed, by this practice of the noble eightfold path, samadhi, I surely be freed from aging, sickness, and death. Yeah. So it's a aspiration for yourself. So that's why we use the me. Oh, just now we use the word isami. Do you see? Parimuchisami. May I be free? No, parimuchisami. So just now, you see, I surely will be free. So it's a future tense. Yeah, okay. So it's good. We apply the lesson just now, you know, what we learned just now. Okay, so we put the hand together. Adahi maya patipadaya Jara Maranama Parimuchisami. Okay. Idam me punyam asawakaya waham hotu. Idam me punyam nippanasa pachayo hotu. Idam me sila maga palayana sa pachayo hotu. Okay. So we read the English. Indeed, by this practice of the Noble Eightfold Path or Sila Samadhi Panya, I shall surely be free from aging, sickness, and death. By my merits may I eradicate all defilements. May my merits be conducive to the attainment of Nibbana. May my observance of morality be conducive to the attainment of the path and future knowledge. Right? Okay. Okay. Imina puna kamena mame bala samagamo sata samagamo hotu yavani bana patiya. Okay, so we just share the merit with us. Okay, there's I think it's on the top. Yeah. Now this is the best one because it's so simple. Okay, this one you see the dema, right? Dema is like just what we're talking about, like 2 and 2 hitami ma, the ma also for the imperative mode. Okay. Imano punya bagam sapa satana dema. Imano punya bagam sapa satana dema. Imano punya bagam sapa satana dema. We share this marriage with all sentient beings. May all sentient beings obtain the share of this marriage and be happy and happy always. Okay. Sadhu,
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu,
sadhu.
sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, see you all next